Hey, check it out. We're live. All right. Welcome to everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite. It was like 6 people to jump on here. But I believe this is episode 4 of Hump Days with the Hawk. How exciting. I'm not counting the first episode. That was kind of a pilot. So you really want to talk about it. This is the 5th time we've gone live with Hump Day with the Hawk. Excited to be here. Excited to talk about stuff that isn't Microsoft telephony, Peppa Pig, and the world. So the event officially starts in 2 minutes. So yeah, any early birds, say hey. But I'll go into my spiel here in the next 2 minutes. This week we are talking about dance marathon. We are talking to a local foundation. Hey, Jeff's here. What's up, Jeff? Local foundation here close to home, which I kind of discovered because of Dance Marathon. And then finally, the Iowa Ghostbusters are getting ready to suit up and get back in action this weekend on Valentine's Day. Bummer. It won't be a bummer though. It should be a good time. So I know a lot of us are taking advantage of it being on Valentine's Day and treating our significant others after the show. Um, Personally, it'll be my wife and the kids actually. So the show's up in Cedar Rapids, and we're gonna get a. Well, I should say we're going to. We have a hotel booked for after the show. We're gonna swim and eat pizza. Be a good time. God, it's a cold. Well, Jeff, you might want to call off on Saturday then. There is a ton of crud going around. Quinn's had a really bad cough. He's just now getting over it. Evie's a booger machine. I'm trying to live down here so as to not infect everyone on Saturday. So far, I'm feeling really good, but of course, you know, it's been like 2 months since I've done a real show, and last one I was at, I probably shouldn't have gone to, but the weather was crappy, and I was there, so I stuck around. Feeling better today. Well, that's good, Jeff. I'm glad you're feeling better. So, yeah, just my usual nasally self. I know people don't like hearing themselves on playback, but I can tell I talk through my nose, and it's annoying. Oh, what's up, Chris? Howdy, howdy. We got Chicago representation in the stream. That's cool. Yes, Dave was the worst. Yeah, my boss has been on and off sick for like 3 months now. Thankfully, you know, we work at a desk, and I turn over here, and this is where I work. What feels like some days 11 hours a day. Oh man, I'm so ready for this migration project to be over. So, but anywho, it is 9:01, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick things off with Dance Marathon. We kind of talked about a little bit about it last week, but it is an event that is fully run by students at the University of Iowa, and it is a year celebration of all the money that they've raised for Stead Family Children's Hospital. In my previous career, when I worked at Best Buy, I was a big time volunteer for the event, setting up TVs, video games, and whatnot. That was our part to play. There was a lot of dance marathons where I was there from 8 a.m. Friday until probably 8:30 p.m. Saturday. So very, very, very long days there. So the event took place last weekend. It started for me Friday afternoon. I actually volunteered as a University of Iowa employee. For those of you who don't know, that's what I do with my day job. And yeah, it was just getting the family room squared away. They had it barn themed this year. So I got to do fun things like uh, get the inflatable axe throwing thing set up and lift heavy things, and I did check in for a little bit, and yeah, it was a swell time. It was really weird for me to leave before the event started, and quite frankly, I had a tough time leaving before the event started, but I also knew that I had a very early morning because um, the event itself starts at 7 o'clock, and it goes on essentially until 7 o'clock the next night. So now, typically, the kiddos and their families, they're not there for that duration. That over hours night is more geared toward the students. They have live music and food and all sorts of fun stuff. But one of the things they do Saturday morning, they call it the Hour of Magic, and typically this is where they have for copyright reasons, the not Disney, the Disney princesses show up. But I kind of stuck my toe in the water and said, "Hey, Iowa Ghostbusters already have a partnership with Steads. I think it would be cool if we could be a part of Dance Marathon." They said, "Yeah, sure. Come to the Magic Hour," which was fine. At first, it was just going to be me. We do have Ghostbuster Kramer, who lives in Iowa City, and actually surprised me that morning. I was really surprised because I figured he would sleep in because he had the chance to. So the two of us went to the IMU. We eventually found our spot. We let the Disney princesses, have their space in the family room, and we kind of hung out in the lobby, which worked out great for us because, the Ghostbusters are here. So the kiddos and their family got all excited to see us. Some of them actually recognized us from our trips to Steads, so they were super pumped to see us. And I have to mention this. Where is it? So we ran into a little girl, and her name is Gabby, and she's suffering an illness where it's not good for her to have physical touch. So what she does is she gives out these hugs and kisses, and she's got her little logo on here. It's the Shield Maiden Gabby, and she had just watched Frozen Empire, so she was really excited to see us. So this is a chocolate kiss that I do not plan on eating at all. So we're going to keep that wrapper solid. So, but lots of pictures with kiddos and their families, and of course we had to wander around the event, and it's really cool. They have a giant ballroom that's dedicated, for the families to kind of hang out in. They have a teen room, which is just a room for teens, and you can imagine the debauchery that happens in there. We left shortly after a ghost wanted us to exorcise a ghost from his butt. And we looked at the staff watching the room and said, "Well, that was fun. We're leaving now." I was 13. I probably would have done the same thing. Yes, go Gabby, indeed, Chris. She was super, super, super cool. So, and then they have another ballroom in the student union building, and that's where everything takes place, right? That's where the DJs are. They have a grand stage up there. That's where the dancers dance. So we had to pull and answer the call and weave our way through the crowd dancing. And I tell you what, I think Robert and I got a step or two in before someone was yanking on our arm like, "We need pictures, like the Ghostbusters here." It's so cool. So that was a lot of fun. I could have stayed there for hours, with all honesty. Getting oof. Can't do that live. I felt like I was home. It did. Oh, sorry. Man, like, there's a lot of shit going on, right? We all get bombarded by it, and that was a soul cleanser. Like, any negativity I had going on was flushed out. Dance Marathon is a roller coaster of emotions. It can be uh, the most fun you've ever had, but it can also be the most sobering you've ever had. Because I mean, there's plenty of kiddos and their families that they're just excited to have a weekend to just go have fun. Like, don't have to worry about treatments and whatnot. Just go have fun. But they do take the time to recognize the kiddos who didn't make it. They call it Forever Dancing in Our Hearts, and they do it before the event starts, and they do it right toward the end of the event too. They have a hallway in remembrance of the kiddos who didn't make it. So I can't say enough good things about Dance Marathon. It is one of the coolest and most special things you could be a part of. I really hope we get invited to go back next year and years to come because it is just it's a very very special event. I feel totally blessed, honored, humbled, whatever, to be a part of it in any capacity. So I posted the link to the site last week in the chat. I'm going to do it again because, as I said, it's a celebration of funds that are raised throughout the year. Oh! Most important part, those kids, the UI students who put on that event, raised nearly $1.7 million. And they consistently raise millions of dollars every year. I think that the total is now is close to $38-39 million. Like, it's such a cool thing. And Iowa's not the only university does it. There's dance marathons all over the place, but like this is it. Like, this is the one in the state of Iowa. So again, I am posting the link to the dance marathon website in the chat. Typically, when it comes to dance marathon, I know the dancers that participate have to raise a certain amount of money in order to be a part of the big event. I typically will just find one at random if they're super close, and I get them over the hump. They kind of do it a little differently now, which actually I think is smart. Like, you have to know which dancer you want to donate to. That way we don't have, unfortunately, bad actors just creeping through all these students who are doing stuff, and I get it. So I actually set up a monthly donation just in dance marathon to general. That's something you can do too. So Chris, what you got here? That's what Shriners was like for me for Halloween. Yeah, right. I'm doing it again. I did Shriners a couple years ago, and that was such a cool experience. And yeah, if it wasn't for the relationship I have with South Shore, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Oh, there's Pryor. You missed me crying, so or you didn't. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a self tap on the back, but good for us, right? Like, sure, we're getting our rocks off, dressing up like Ghostbusters, but man, if it puts a smile on the face of a kiddo that hasn't had a smile in a while, like that's worth more than any sort of money I can donate, right? That's what it's all about to me. So, I kind of mentioned dancing in our hearts. Of course, the algorithm, right? This is the world we live in, the algorithm. So I'm sharing dance marathon, this, that, and the other. And then I had a foundation pop up in my feed. And it was actually one of the kiddos who was in the Dancing in Her Heart. So this is a family that's kicking off a foundation where the kiddo didn't make it. And the bravery and courage it takes to share the story of losing a little one is something I hope to have a fraction of that courage in my life. The closest I came to it, it wasn't cancer, but my daughter at 3 months old um, caught RSV, and had she not gone to Steads, we would have lost her. Like we were very dangerously close to losing her, and it happened to be Christmas season. It was a rough Christmas, but she pulled through, and she's now loud and energetic, and it's sometimes very sassy and annoying daughter. So, but they're local. I'm down in Muscatine. They're up in Wilton. I'm actually going to share their Facebook page because they are just getting off the ground. I'm actually meeting with them. Oh, oh, Robert. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Michael. I love you, buddy. You're the best. Um, Let me know if that link doesn't work. Yes, Brave like Brooks. So they're just getting the ball rolling. I'm actually meeting with them tomorrow. I'm gonna rock some Brave like Brooks. Excuse me, swag at the convention this week. So just they're just dipping their toes in the water. So you can use my real name here. We're amongst friends. Yes, Ghostbuster Robert Creamer, everybody, is Michael in the chat. So prior, I know who you know. So uh, yeah, this is turning into one of those sessions. So I'm sorry to hear that, prior. So yeah, it's tough. Man, is it tough when your little one is just yeah, it's yeah, it's tough. So I commend them for their bravery. I'll certainly do what I can to help them out if they have an event or something, and I'm more than happy to do something. I hate to use this phrase, but to do something as simple as throw on a T-shirt just to get the word out for their foundation. Because again, that's a form of bravery I can only wish to have. So I don't know if I could. So but yeah, check them out. Um, and then yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I need a drink of water. Ooh, I get all choked up every time I talk about Dance Marathon. But seriously, it had essentially since COVID, because they didn't do it during COVID. Um, so it was prior to um, 2020 since the last time I had been there. So a good 5 years or so. I think I caught opening ceremony 2019. Um, yeah, it was home. It's yeah, it's where I want to be, and I hope we can continue that partnership. Worst comes to worst, I mean the Iowa Ghostbusters are still gonna be out there raising money for Steads, as that is near and dear to all of our hearts here at the Iowa Ghostbusters. So, is there a merch link on their Facebook? I don't think so, not yet. Like they're literally just getting started. So I will get some more information tomorrow, and I'll talk about it next week. So, but yeah, I know that's a big reason why a lot of us threw on the khaki flight suit and put the proton pack on our back. I mean, yes, we all grew up wanting to be Ghostbusters, but be able to do the philanthropic things that we can with that on, yeah, 100%, Robert. IAGB plus Steads equals the best. So the kids love us. They just do. And so do their moms and dads. And so do their doctors. And so do the construction workers who are perpetually working at the hospital. So, speaking of, Ghostbusters didn't exist when I was a kid. Well, they did. They just weren't called Ghostbusters, and they weren't nearly as cool, Jeff. But speaking of raising money for Steads, I kind of mentioned this in the lead. Yeah, the Iowa Ghostbusters are back in action this weekend at the QuadCon at the Cedar Rapids Doubletree Convention Center. Very exciting. Show goes from 10 to 5. Yummy food trucks up front. There's video game contest. They're raffling off an uncut, like, original Pokemon card set, I think. And the proceeds for that are going to... These are things I should prep before I do this, eh? Let's pull up QuadCon real quick. And actually, I'll just put a link. Because, yeah, for real, Robert, I think it's going to go for a lot of money. But this is the link to their Facebook page. They do shows. I think they do 2 a year in Davenport, once a year in Cedar Rapids. But they're doing shows all across the Midwest. So reach out to John and see if they're going to be their area, and he'll work with you on it. So, oh my gosh, I'm trying to find that post. He's donating an uncut Pokemon sheet. And it looks like... I don't know enough about Pokemon cards to know if these are OGs or not. Robert, I wish you were making it this weekend too, but not only did Dance Marathon kind of reset my soul, but you reset my soul, buddy. You always do, even if we bicker like a married couple sometimes. It's only because I love you so much. So, but that'll be cool. There's a cosplay contest. There's gonna be like chock full of vendors. One of the coolest things, I'm pretty sure it was at a QuadCon. Someone was selling a Maddie PKE that was signed by Sigourney Weaver. I think he was asking $450 for it though. It was either $450 or $350, and yeah, first husband, best husband. That's right. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. I do believe there's a paid admission. That was our first con together, and Jeff too, for that matter. Southeast IAG Beast represent, yo. Yeah, it was $350. Yeah. I don't know what the paying admission is for this show. Is it on your sign here, John? No, I think it's like, if it's not $5, it's $10. And honestly, with the amount of stuff that's going to be there, it'll be totally worth it. So, but yeah, we hope to see you there. For sure. Cedar Rapids always does well for us. Cedar Rapids is just north of Iowa City, so they're very familiar with Stead Family Children's Hospital. But we'll be doing our normal shtick, where we'll be geared up, and if you want to take a picture, just stop by and say hello, get your picture taken. We'll be selling our wares as well. So speaking of merch, if you want anything branded, this side, Iowa Ghostbusters, the only place to get it is coming to a show and seeing us. So we'll have our lanterns for sale. Those are usually pretty popular, and all sorts of fun stuff. Pretty sure we'll be playing some bag toss too. So $1 to play. That dollar goes straight to the Children's Hospital, and then if you do well, I'll give you something really cool. If you don't do so well, I'll still give you something cool. Nobody walks away empty-handed when Ike's running bag toss. That's just kind of how it works. So I think we have some nifty Iowa Ghostbusters give back stickers. That's going to be our default prize this weekend. I need to talk to the Ghostbuster Rebel on that and finalize what our price structure is going to be. But yeah, as I mentioned, it's Valentine's Day. So I know Ghostbuster Rebel and his wife are doing something. my family's doing something after the show, so um, yeah, should be a rockin' good time. So, uh, Robert, is it official $10 entry to get in there? I know kids are free. I don't know. Or are you just saying bummer because I keep saying Valentine's Day? Bummer. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it again, $10 for the amount of cool stuff that's going to be in there. It's totally worth it. They do have some basic uh, concessions within the con, but they always have a couple food trucks out front, and it's really good. So, and Need Pizza's just down the road too. So if we weren't staying in a hotel closer to the skirts of Cedar Rapids, it's probably where we would go. I would assume that's where a lot of people are going to go during and or after the show. So, but we're all thinking it. Chris, are you still on here? I know South Shore just had a show last weekend. What do you have on deck? Prior, I know Sioux Empire, their next event is St. Patrick's Day. That's a little ways away. And Robert and Jeff, well, you're IAGB, so you already know what's up. Perhaps he's gone. That's what I don't like about this. Like, the only way I could truly see, like, who's here is if you chat. So, even if you pop in for a little bit and you see this big, bearded, burly guy just rambling on for a bit, just leave a comment that says, hey, or hey, this show sucks. If you leave a comment that says, hey, this show sucks, I'll just go, oh, and then press on. It's fine. I kind of mentioned in the pilot, I'm doing this for me, right? This is therapeutic. I get to talk about something that I want to talk about, because more often than not, I don't get to do that. So I was just talking to, oh, you got booted off. Well, I didn't boot you. I don't know how to do it. But I was talking to prior to the event, how I was essentially just telling people no all day today. I watch better, but not many. Hey, thanks. And yeah, that gets old after a while. Can we do this? No. Ike with the band hammer. I've got a phone on a selfie stick. Does that work? Hey, Robert, you gave me the selfie stick. I'm doing this because I'm potentially on call in case Evie wakes up. That little stink doesn't have school tomorrow. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. And then Quinn and Evie don't have school tomorrow. So that'll be fun to try to get anything done. It's not like I'm got a lot of important work for the university going on. It's fine, make it work. So, and they don't have school on Monday either. I work at a school. I don't work. Ain't right. It's just not right. So, well, there we go. Let's use some of this technology. I'm creating a poll. I have the day off, but I'm working it for a floating holiday. Well, yeah, I know how that goes. Oh, I have to do my annual Justify Yourself rigmarole, and I'm probably going to have to do that either overnight, tomorrow night, or during the weekend because I I ain't got time. All right, activate the poll. All right, I have created a poll. Who has to work on Monday? I know Jeff doesn't. Jeff never has to work. I see. I see, Jeff. So, despite Ghostbuster Jeffy not having to work, he's still got stuff to do. That's right. You've been pulled. No holidays. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. That felt good. Why, if she is a full. uh, mine's not, but boy, my kids are. Yeah, prior. I hear you on that front. So speaking of my Best Buy days, when I was dating my now wife, I told her like I'm not gonna bother having kids if I'm working this job. I work on the weekends. I work on holidays. Like it's how it goes. And when the spot at the university opened up, I was pretty adamant about is this campus side or is this hospital side? Because if it's campus side, I have a feeling I'm going to have some flexibility with schedule. Whereas with the hospital, and depending on what it is, I think I'm also going to work a craptacular schedule. Jeff, you're 100% right. Your wife is a fantastic cook. It has been a hot minute since I've had some crepes, and the last time was 100% my fault. I was eating a rather crappy Texas Roadhouse burger. Maybe my mistake for going to Texas Roadhouse for a burger. It just sounded good. I've reached that stage in my male middle agedness where if I go to a chain restaurant and get a steak, I go, I could have done this better at home. She's outdone herself lately. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Robert, you got some fiddles too, huh? I thought I was the only one. No, it's excellent. The best part about it is it's full of stuff my family doesn't eat, so it's all for me. We should do the Thursday steak deal at Hy-Vee. Oh, no! No, we gotta go to Pizza Ranch for chicken wings and video games. Chicken Wing Thursdays at the Pizza Ranch. Time for Robert. It's 9:30. What are you talking about? Time for Bye, buddy. Love you. The Sizzler. Yes. Is Sizzler still a thing? Oh, not in Iowa. You guys remember that scene in Heavyweights where Josh comes back and he talks about closing down the Sizzler? The Sizzler. I love that movie. I had a Coral. Yeah, get out of here. Go. Hey, Sizzler does have a website. That's neat. So it's not gone. It's not anywhere in the Midwest though, or in New York for that matter. Ponderosa Steakhouse. Uh, what's the name of that? Ruth Chris. I ate there for the first time for a bachelor party and went, oh, this is like a proper like. Even that's like a chain, but like, oh yeah, this is a grade above like your Longhorn Steakhouse in Texas Roadhouse. Like this is closer to what it's supposed to be. Um, I lived in East Dubuque, Illinois for a bit, which touches Wisconsin. And I know Wisconsin still does a lot of those like supper clubs, and I bet you if you went to a Wisconsin supper club, there's a lot of proper steaks being cooked there. Bougie steakhouse, yeah. This country bumpkin from Southeast Iowa was very out of sorts at a Ruth Chris. Anything that requires you to wear a collared shirt, usually I'm like, this is not my scene. So, what else do we got going on tonight? So, I mean, my big takeaways from this past week: dance marathon was awesome. Congrats to the UI students who raised nearly $1.7 million for Stead Family Children's Hospital. They're turning around and getting ready to do it again. So what's cool about Dance Marathon is everything is student run. So they get a new board of executives and everything, and they'll be finalizing that here before too long. And before we know it, we'll be prepping for, I think this will be DM33. So, yeah. And that was fun to be a part of. Not that we were anything special, but it was a cool 2 hours. So, and then yeah, Iowa Ghostbusters are going to be at the QuadCon in Cedar Rapids, Iowa this Saturday, Valentine's Day. Bummer. At the Doubletree Convention Center. Show runs from 10 to 5. It is $10 admission for, I think it's 12 and up, something like that. If your kid looks young enough, they're probably not going to get charged. But lots of cool vendors. There'll be cool food trucks outside. There's lots of cool restaurants in the area too. Come out and stop. Be good. Chris, hey bud. Thanks for stopping on, saying hi. Always appreciate you seeing in these chats, man. Peace, love, and chicken grease. My big thing is good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite you in the ass. I've been saying that since I was like 14. Ask every ex-girlfriend I've had. I don't think I've ever said that. No, I've definitely said that to my wife. Not anymore. It's usually, we look like Rocky at the end of Rocky. It's like, oh, kids kicked her ass. Good night, honey. What's really cool, not to go back to Dance Marathon, but you know, there's different ways that they raise money, but some of those dancers will go to tailgates during football season, which is just smart. It's so smart. And they've certainly caught me 2 sheets into the wind with their donation bucket, and the wallet just comes out, and my wife is watching me just stuff money that was supposed to be for concessions for the game, like into the donation box, and then my drunk ass is yelling at everyone else to put money into the box. Like, y'all got more money than me, put that in that box. So, it's a lot of fun. Oh, speaking of football, we were privileged enough to be a part of Stead Family Children's Hospital Halloween celebration last year, which took place on Halloween. They do a little trick or treat up on the 12th floor for those of you who don't watch the sports ball. So at the end of every home game during football season, the crowd, the Iowa team, the opposing team, they all turn and they wave at the Children's Hospital, because the Children's Hospital was built in a way that it juts out, so a lot of the kids who are on that side of the hospital have a really good vantage point of the football field. And the 12th floor is dedicated. They have like a dedicated section for that, so the kids can go hang out and watch football. And then we wave at each other because, you know, solidarity moment. They're into it. I'm into it. You'll never guess the first time I waved. Of course, I was bawling my eyes out. But yeah, we were fortunate enough to do that last year. This year, Halloween is on a Saturday, and it's also falling on homecoming, and we play Wisconsin, which is a big rival. So I'm not sure how that's all going to shake out. That can turn into like Iowa Ghostbusters do the homecoming parade Friday night, and then be a part of the uh, trick or treat on the 12th floor at some point during the day, and then be a part of maybe the tailgate festivities after that, because before the games they have a big section right in front of the main entrance of the stadium where they have carnival games and whatnot for kids to play. It's family zone is what they call it. So that'd be neat. Do I see it happening? No, but now that I know, we can kind of maybe get the ball rolling. So we'll see. However they want to do it. But yeah, dance marathon was a blast. And again, thank you, Gabby, for the hug. I shall never eat it. She was super cool. So and then yeah, that led into Brave Like Brooks, which local foundation run by a family who unfortunately did lose their little one, their little Brooks. But their foundation will raise funds and awareness to pediatric cancer. I did reach out to my t-shirt person too, so I'm hoping sooner than later, speaking of merch, that we have our Bustin' Pediatric Cancer Makes Us Feel Good shirt soon. And as soon as we have that rolling, I think we're not going to limit that to shows. We're going to see what we can do to kind of get that off out in the ether, because I know there's going to be a lot of folks that'll want that shirt. I'm going to want like 7 of them. One for every day of the week. So other than that, I mean, that's what I got going on. Does anybody want to plug anything before I wrap up shop here? I wouldn't mind going to bed a little early. Lord knows I got plenty to do. Work has been a slog. Oh, I'm very excited about Saturday. It'd be nice to get with the IAGBs again and do some Ghostbusters. And again, that's at the QuadCon, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Doubletree Convention Center. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., $10 entry for adults. Kiddos get in free. All sorts of cool vendors. We're not the only cosplayers there too. There's more people there as well. Great food. Bid on a full uncut Pokemon card sheet. That's pretty neat. So I never announced the charity that is going to. So, and Bartertown Toys is the one that's raffling that off. They're local to Iowa City, actually. They're great. They have a store at the Old Capitol Mall, and it's phenomenal. The foundation where the winning bid goes to is Helping Hannah's Heart Foundation. So that is a foundation that brings awareness to congenital heart defects. So who wouldn't want to throw money at that? I don't even like Pokemon, and I'll probably do it. So, but anyway, I think that's all for me. So tune in next week. Same Ectohawk time, same Ectohawk channel. I'll fill you in on how QuadCon went and get you kind of cued into what we've got coming up next here in good old IOWA with the Iowa Ghostbusters. So stay fit, keep sharp, make good decisions. I'll talk to you next week.